What's up, all you jumpers? Welcome to the 250th episode of Bella in Your Business. I cannot believe that we are at 250 episodes, and let me tell you that it takes a lot of perseverance to keep this up. I'll tell you, we've gone through a lot of different ebbs and flows with this thing. First, it started off solo, and then I did about 200 episodes of interviewing just about everyone that I knew about all kinds of topics. And then starting in January 2020, I just started talking to you personally, and it seems like you guys actually like this the best. But perseverance, man, you have to persevere. You have to keep going. Today, that's what today's topic is about, because I would not be here with you if I didn't keep persevering, especially when I did not want to continue. There have been some days where I'm sliding in the recording of the podcast just a couple of days before it airs, because either I had a really busy week, or because I wasn't feeling motivated, or because I wasn't sure what I wanted to talk to you guys about, or I just was not organized. Imagine that, right? I know you guys have all felt that or been there at some point in your life or in your business life. And today, I was listening to someone this weekend, and they were just talking about how you need to just keep pressing on. You need to run towards the challenge sometimes. And I started thinking about how this all ties into how great of a leader are you for your team. You have to keep persevering when you have a team that is surrounding you. You have to keep pressing forward. You have to keep persevering. The true definition of perseverance is doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. Ain't that the truth, man? Owning your own company and going forward, it's difficult. It's always difficult. And it doesn't ever feel like success comes when you want it, right? It feels like it's always delayed and put off, or there's obstacles, or not today, or you're not feeling like it, or you don't have the right amount of staff, or you don't have enough clients, or your social media isn't good enough. There's always something going on. And what actually gets you through it all is how you stay with it and persevere, how you press on and how you keep going. Right now, at the recording, it is July 2021. The job market is very, very volatile. It's about to get even more volatile. I'm not going to go back into that because we've talked about that many, many episodes. But you know what? You got to be a leader. You have to be a leader inside your company. It's not enough to throw a handbook and a manual at somebody and be like, there, you got it. Oh, well, you signed to it. Oh, well, you said this in your interview. Like, that's it. I'm done with you. Like, you work for me. Like, I tell you when to work. Or the other side of the coin, people are either dictators or pushovers. That's what I kind of see, right? And then the other side is a pushover, like, hey, when do you want to work? Like, can you do this shift? And there's always that happy medium that we have to figure out. But what I want to encourage you to think about is it is very difficult, and you have to keep pushing through. The greatest gains that you're ever going to get are from persevering through the pain. Okay. It's that pain. It's that, remember, like when you work out, like your muscles hurt, but it's not the actual workout that hurts your muscles. It's because they're torn up, your muscles tear, and then they're rebuilding as you're feeling that pain. That's the rebuilding happening. So the greatest gains are from persevering the pain. And then, adversity also helps you sharpen your sword. So you're going to get way better at screening and selecting. So just today, I was actually having a conversation in the Jumpstart group, which is the free Facebook group that we have. And there's people all over from all different kinds of pet businesses in there. And it's interesting because it's a whole bunch of different levels of people too. You don't quite get the nitty gritty testers and the ones that are really figuring out what works and what doesn't work, like distinctly and sufficiently, like you do in the mastermind. It's kind of like hey, yeah, well, I have them fill out an application, and then I have a phone call, and then I have a on-the-job interview. And they shadow me around. And then they wonder why they're hiring the wrong kind of people, I want to refer you back to the hiring phases podcast that we did a few episodes ago. But you know what? You got to get better at screening and selecting. You have to persevere through this. You have to persevere and push through when things just don't go your way, when you're not getting the results that you want, when you make the wrong hire. You have to look back and you have to think, okay, what mistake did I make? And how can I do it better? Or maybe you have people that only last 2 or 3 months and you're like, what is going on? Now, not always is it you. And right now it is a volatile market. But if a good leader who perseveres is constantly reevaluating and zigging and zagging around things. So if you can really get better at the screening and you can figure out, okay, you know what? I really need someone who's at a certain place in life, and I'm going to devise one of the phases in my hiring system to account for that and test for that. You're going to gain more confidence to persevere through the whole onboarding and training and then nurturing that relationship. You got to remember that those trainees are like, I mean, your whole staff, that's the biggest asset that you have in your company. The number one biggest asset. They're more important than your clients. Let me say that again. They are more important than your clients. You have to run towards the pain. In the end, it's all about balancing. So if you're feeling stressed out, if you're feeling challenged, if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's because things are out of balance and it just needs to be balanced. It doesn't mean that things are right or wrong or you didn't do something right all the time. It just means that it's out of balance. It's too much of one thing. And sometimes that one thing could be bad stuff, right? So you got to acknowledge it and you got to solve it. And the problem with that is that a lot of people just stick their heads in the sand, or they stick their fingers in their ears and they go, la, 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 la. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me. And they become insane. They do the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, right? You can't do that. You have to, persevering means fighting back. It doesn't mean being passive. I want you to think about, what have you been persevering about in your business? Is it the website that's been going on for 6 months that you haven't gotten up? Ooh, I might have hit a nerve there. Or is it, that handbook and manual that you've been working on and trying to do? Maybe it's a standard operating procedure, SOP, or a workflow. Maybe you want to have an office manager. We talked about that a couple episodes ago. But in order to have an office manager, you have to write everything down. But you just feel like you have this mental block and you don't know what to write and you're not sure how to do it. And you're not persevering right now. You're not pressing forward. And I'm here to remind you that you're bigger than that. You're better than that. And you need to persevere. If you truly want to succeed in this business, you have to persevere. I have clients of mine that have opened up 4 businesses in the past 2 years, 4 more businesses in addition to their dog walking business. 4. Has it been right? No. They've been having lawsuits. They've had zoning committee boards. They've had one business that lost money, but they keep going forward. They keep going forward. If they got knocked down if they stayed down after they were knocked down, then they wouldn't have been persevering. One of my favorite sayings is, it's not how much you get knocked down, it's how fast you jump back up and you say, try me again. You're not going to get me the same way. It's that jumping back up when you're falling down. That's called perseverance, you guys. That's the grit that it takes to actually make things happen. And I'm telling you right now, as a coach, I get the privilege and honor to go into so many different businesses. And just after about 15 minutes with someone on the phone, I can tell you if they're going to be wildly successful or if they're going to grow at a really great rate or if they're still going to be sitting in the same spot in a year or 2 or 3 from now. That's why you might hear me mention my intensives that I do either in person or on the phone. I only do them with people I believe in. I don't offer them to everybody. If you're one of my intensive people, it's because I believe in you. Because I've been doing this way too long. I'm not here to fight with anyone. I'm not here to convince anyone. You have to have that grit in you. You have to be a person who perseveres. You have to be the one who, in the last episode, we talked about taking motivation into action, right? Inspiration into action. It's this momentum that you gotta do. You gotta run towards the pain. In the end, it's all about balancing. So here's something else that I want you to consider, because this is awfully, awfully hard to do when you're all by yourself, when you're in isolation, when you're stuck in your stinking thinking all day, when maybe the only person that you actually talk to is someone that's online on Facebook or on Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok or wherever it is that you go, okay? Maybe you are just literally so inundated by your business and you almost you feel like you're being eaten alive by it. You feel like you're being suffocated by it. The way that you get out of that and get that motivation to persevere, to run towards the pain, the way that you get that excitement and that determination and that motivation to keep jumping, dare I say, is by the people you surround yourself with. It's all about community, you guys. Because you know what? There's times where you don't believe in yourself. I know that because there's times I don't believe in myself. I'm going to be real with you guys. Why would I ever like front? Like, we are all the same. Okay. We have a lot of similarities here. And the times that you don't believe in yourself, you need other people to believe in yourself. The times that you're so wrapped up emotionally in your own problem, that's usually what's happening. It's the emotions of everything really disguise your ability to think clearly or rationally or analytically. That's when a community and people around you help you see different perspectives. This could be, and this could work two ways, guys. You could just, maybe you have someone at home that just does not believe in your business. I've watched people that I've coached that had a horrible boyfriend who never believed in the business and added to all this person's self-doubt. A year ago, they broke up with him. And a year since then, you should see all of the things that they've done. They actually have since gotten a different relationship and they've grown. Their business has grown, their boundaries, they're not perfect. None of us are perfect, but they've become more aware of their blind spots. Are you aware of your blind spots? Because if you're going to persevere and you're going to push forward and you're going to make it happen, you need to know what your blind spots are, and you need to be honest with the people in your life about what your blind spots are so they can call them out to you or they can help support them for you so that you don't get wiped out because you didn't see something coming. All right? We all need to see others doing things that we also think are impossible. When you hear something crazy like, oh yeah, you can jog with dogs and make an entire business out of that. Or you can open up another 2 companies in the middle of a pandemic. Or you can do 100% virtual consultations. Or you can do 100% virtual training. What? That goes against everything that this industry stands for, or what the big gurus, I'll just say it, NAPS and PSI would say. They would never say that that's possible. You have to be around people that are doing the impossible. You will get excited. You will get motivated to persevere through things. You will get that will wear off on you. Things like hiring in 7 days. Do you know you can put an ad out on Sunday and by the following Sunday have someone completely interviewed, onboarded, and trained and out in the field within 7 days? That's possible. But too bad, too many in a lot of the free groups and stuff, they're just sitting there trying to hire someone within 3 or 4 weeks and then wondering why they get ghosted and why people lose interest. It's because the job market's hot, guys. It's hot. They're not sitting there. They're not like, hey, hurry up and get in line. This isn't the army. You know? What about operating a $400,000 business on less than 2 hours a day? I know a lot of you guys who have full-time office managers running at least 40 hours a week in a $200,000 or $300,000 business. Guys, it doesn't take that long. That tells me that your standard operating procedures and all your systems, that there's a lot of time being wasted, or your software, either A, you don't have software that's helping you, or B, you might have software, but you're not using it in the most efficient way. You got to take an audit of that. When you're when you're surrounded by other people that, like I said, will show you those blind spots, it's going to tremendously help you. What about remote operating a business from 1,000+ miles away or clear across the country? It can totally happen. But most people get completely stuck in the fear of that because they have no idea how that would work. Imagine if you knew that you could actually run a company remotely. What kind of companies could you buy, maybe? What kind of opportunities could that open up? What about raising rates to be the most expensive in your area? Or having 100% of your prospects sign up with you online and never once do you actually even talk to them on the phone? Blasphemy, Bella. No, guys, it's not. It's not. It is called persevering through things. It's also called meeting people where they're at. Meeting people where they're at with a virtual training or consultation. Meeting people where they're at when they need to run their business efficiently. It's not going to be easy. None of it's going to be easy. It's totally all about how you persevere. What is your relationship with perseverance? How do you run and push forward? And then who builds you up when you're not in there, or when you're getting burnt, or when you're tired, or when you don't want to get back up? Who's cheering you back on? Who's cheering you on while you're going through a nasty divorce or living in an unhealthy household? Who's cheering you on when it feels like you're getting your butt kicked and you just got a bad review online, whether it was warranted or not? Who's helping encourage you to persevere? Because perseverance by yourself is not going to be successful long term. It's all about who you have in your corner and who you have in your ears. And thankfully, you have me in your ears right now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're amazing. But I wish I was enough. I'm not enough. You need to get your tribe. You need to get your people around you. And I want to encourage you to figure that out. Isolation is the death of perseverance. Okay? You need to make sure that you're chasing the right things. Why are you chasing a 6-figure business? Is that means $100,000 or does that mean a $999,000 business? Which one does it mean? Because those are two drastically different operations. Drastically. Okay? So let's get a little bit more articulate. When you can get good at persevering, it means that you can start achieving goals. It means that you can start setting goals at a more rapid rate because you start achieving them more often. It also means that you get to settle into and be grateful for good things that come your way. When you persevere, you now know you have a feather in your cap. How's that saying go? When you persevere and you know that you actually did it, you're proving to yourself that you are a winner and that you can survive and that you can make things happen. That is amazing. And that gives you your own momentum when you're able to do that. People need you. They need your light. They need your leadership and guidance. They need to see that you can do it. What does your staff think of you? Do they think that you're always, in crisis mode, or, oh my gosh, I can't do this? Or are you their leader? Are you pouring into them? Are you giving them ways to help develop them as a person? Is it just a dog walking job, or are you showing them through your actions, or maybe even through the company culture that you might be daring to build, how to persevere, how to gain that confidence, how to gain that gratitude, how to make things happen in their life? You are in such a beautiful position where you're a leader, and I don't want you to ever forget that or negate that. And as a leader, people are watching you. And being a leader does not mean you're a dictator and it's whatever you want. In fact, being a leader is the toughest thing because you need to innately know all of what your followers want and need and then make the best collective decision for everyone. It is very difficult to be a leader. You need to uplift yourself so that you can uplift others. What are your dreams? Why did you start getting into this business? What is something that has knocked you down that you are still standing down for right now? What is something that you still need to get back up from? And why aren't you getting back up? Are you scared? Do you not have someone in your life telling you can do it? I'm going to tell you right now, you can do it. But if you think you can't, then you can't. It's really as simple as that. It's not that easy to believe in, though. I know it's easy to say and it's hard to do. You're in the exact position because of the collective choices you have made. I don't believe there's a such thing as luck. I believe there's hard work. I believe there are decisions, there are free will, and there is choice. I believe that you can get back up. I believe that anyone can do anything. I even believe that you can heal yourself. I won't get too woo-woo on you, but I do. And I say that because I've looked many doctors in the eye and told them that my 12-ounce baby who just had her birthday party this weekend is going to survive. I know what it's like to press forward when fire of hell is coming at you. I know what it feels like to be in bed and not want to get out of bed. Or you wake up in the morning and you're like, yay, it's a beautiful morning. Oh man, but this is my life. And this is the stuff I'm dealing with. Some of us are dealing with some pretty heavy shit. But it's okay because you can persevere. It's going to be a hell of a lot easier to persevere when you have other people in your life that believe in you or that understand what you're going through. Y'all, if you want to be in my corner and you want to be in my posse, all you got to do is reach out and I'll get you in the mastermind. If that's not right for you, that's cool too. But I encourage you to create your own. I encourage you to get your own posse of people, your own advisors, your own people that are going to call you on a Wednesday afternoon and hold you accountable to what you said you were going to be doing on Monday. And then not say, oh, it's okay. Yeah, you had a rough day. It's okay. Yeah, it's raining. You don't have. No. Follow through on that promise you made to yourself. I'm not letting you get away with that. Those are the people you need in your life. And those are the people that's what you need to be to other people. Because all of that is going to help you be the best possible leader of your business. It's going to make others want to follow you into that fire. Because they know if you're leading them that everything's going to be okay. Because they're going to know that you persevere. Lean into the pain. Find the silver lining. Learn from it. And be better. You guys, from my heart to yours, I'm going to leave it right there. You guys, I believe in you so much. I really do. Every single one of you listening right now. Oh, Bella, we've never met. You don't know me. We haven't talked yet. No. Yeah, you. I believe in you. That's why I do this. My goal on this earth is to inspire hope. This is one medium that I'm doing it through this podcast. And you are listening to this podcast for a reason. I implore you to take action. Do something. Join the mastermind. State your goals. Get someone in your life around you that believes in you. Or open up. Don't be afraid of failure. Embrace it. Because guess what? You're going to have more failure than successes in life. Persevere through it. Lean into the pain. You guys, when life gets down, always keep jumping.